Yes.
But now, like, there are people who I'm like, well, I've never heard of them, but they might get top 16 at this tournament because they've just, you know, risen to #1 on net play or something. But be that as it may, we have their team going in against PewFat, and already you can sort of see a stylistic difference with PewPewU's Marth and his approach to doubles, which is really just letting it rip, just the swinging, left and right windshield wipers all day. But I think he does it a lot of times, especially early on, to make people fear him. Which is something I've noticed. Like a lot of times he'll let things fly willy-nilly early on, first game, early stock, low percent, because he knows you can't punish him that hard in doubles, right? In singles, if I whiff a forward smash against Fox, I'm gonna eat a lot of percent, I might die. And you know, he trusts his teammate that much. You know, him and Zach are basically like brothers. They've been teaming since they were both like 12.
Yeah.
You know, so at this point, he's like, you know, if my partner won't save me, then I don't want to live.
One
right?
of the most static teams,
Yeah.
you know, by far.
Yeah, I feel like they even like eat like their meals together, right? Like a couple almost, and they split meals. I don't know if they do, but I feel like they do. They've been teaming together that long.
So Lint is the Falco. He is from Connecticut. He got 17th at the Script 2, which is where I know him from. We did, I think, we either did commentary on his match or me and someone else did. But he did have a great performance there, and he's had a couple of great performances in the New York tri-state area. So
he's on the rise then.
It's a tough scene to be good in.
Yeah.
A tough scene to come up in and get your name out there in, and he's doing a great job of that. He's teaming with one of the best players in his region, that's for sure, with Slox here.
Yeah, nice little turnaround like laser to make it difficult, but of course.
What an edge guard there from PewPewU, and it's interesting to see that kind of dynamic shift in the styles of Marth play that we've seen in every set so far, because we've had a Marth in every set.
Yeah, it's always been one of the greatest things about Melee specifically, in my view, is how distinct people's play styles are, and the fact that you can tell who's who often by how they play.
And these are two guys in Lint and Slox who are definitely phenomenal singles players and probably a great doubles team, but look at the deficit between them.
They had something else planned. If he had DI'd that well, he would have regretted it, actually regretted it.
I think that they would be wise to try to make it a fight in any way possible. Trying to just, whatever they're noticing about the game of PewFat, they need to try to interrupt that by hopefully just closing the distance between all of them and kind of making it a mashup like we saw in the K-On! Twisty set versus Moon and G Money.
Yeah, similarly it started off they were getting messed up, but I think that right now PewFat's just too comfortable.
PewPewU is also playing just so clean. Like he is just really clean right now. He almost took a stock, like he almost took Falco's stock immediately when the match started, or if it was Fox, it was Fox. He almost took Fox's stock immediately.
Yeah, sometimes like getting good wins can really change a person. And like for a long time, like PewPewU was like having these crazy wins. I remember he beat Hungerbox a couple years ago.
Yes, that was a phenomenal set.
Yeah, and then like it started to happen like less and less. And then there was like I think it was actually the Wombo Combo Anniversary Tournament in December, and he won that, and he seemed like really happy about it. And I feel like it's raised his spirits a lot. Sometimes just seeing that first place next to your name can just give you kind of a confidence boost you need.
It can invigorate you. Nice save there by Lint, but it's sadly not enough to interrupt the edge guard flow of PewPewU, one of the best edge guarders in the game.
Yeah, just so sly with his movement.
And slight. He's got a tendency to manipulate distance. That's just managing space is very important to him, and that's one of the biggest aspects of Marth that's overlooked, I think.
Yeah, I've always said that Marth feels a lot more like a magician. A lot of the opportunities you get and how you win neutral involves misdirection, and he's got the tools and the movement to do it. There's a nice little combo there.
Lint and Slox are definitely scrapping way harder in this second game.
Yeah, they kind of have to. They got to make it a dogfight. You know, I think that they're allowing PewFat to play the game too pretty. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
You know,
you definitely don't want to leave PewPewU alone with your Falco over here in the corner like they're doing right now. That's the opposite of what you what you want.
He was only alone with him for like 10 seconds, and that's like 9 seconds too long.
Yes. Oh, Lint had to find a way to protect, but how can you protect against an invincible Fox?
Good DI though. Yeah, you can. Sometimes you gotta hold that, or do extreme things. Like I've seen in a situation like that before with like G-Money's Falco, where he'll shine his partner away.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? But it's such a big brain idea. Wow, and just like that.
Dude, I remember back in the day, like Shiz used to come in and just pressure people's invincibility.
Yeah, he just didn't care. He'd multi-shine you until one of them hits. And just like that, a game that was looking
way more favorable for them, in my opinion.
And all of a sudden it got really bad. How polite of him. Stopped the combo because he wanted his teammate to be involved. That's the kind of care they have, and that's why they're one of the best teams right now. And probably I'd say one of the best teams of all.